Hey guys, happy Mother's Day. I'm here with actually it's a Mother's Day project for the Wild Orchid Crafts design team, and I wanted to make a layout for my boyfriend's mom. So I used some really gorgeous colored flowers from Wild Orchid Crafts, and I also used some flowers and just tinted them red with some glimmer sprays that I have. So let me go ahead and show you. This is the layout that I made, and in the picture is my boyfriend and his little brother, and they both have bikes now, so his mom is doing a lot of praying and a lot of worrying, but I know she's so proud of them, so I thought this picture would be good to use. And I did just kind of tone down the picture. You can still see some of the colors, but I faded it on the computer before I printed it because I knew I wanted to use the reds. So let me go ahead and explain what I did. I started with just a line of design paper that I wanted to use, and one of the reasons I chose this paper is because it has a lot of the pinks and red tones in it. Well, not so much red, but it had a lot of the pinks that I could play off of and add the reds to it, because I'm not really a huge red fan, which is weird because I have red hair, but I'm not really a huge fan of the color red, so I don't have a lot of stuff that is red, including design paper, but I could play off of it using some sprays that I had. So I just had one of the papers, I added some sprays to the background, I cut out a second sheet of the design paper, just slightly smaller on each side. I cut about 1.25 inches off the top and 1.25 inches off the side, and then I centered it onto the other design paper. The background that I have is actually using this right here is the washi tape from Wild Orchid Crafts, and I'll leave a product code for that below. Their washi tape is really versatile. You can use it for so many things, and I really wanted to incorporate it into this layout. So to match the washi tape, I cut out strips of paper from the paper line and then just used some different glimmer sprays to tie in all the reds. I also layered some doilies back here, and these are also from Wild Orchid Crafts, and I bought a variety pack and have been using them on a lot of stuff, and they're really fun to use. They take color extremely well, and you can bend them and shape them, and they don't rip or tear too easily. In fact, I don't think I've ripped or torn one yet. So then I have just some layered paper with the photo, and I've just distressed the edges. Here I have a little kind of a peekaboo corner, and I'll bring you up a little closer. And I just tore the paper back, and I added some Wild Orchid Crafts lace. That's the Guipure lace I've been using a lot of lately. I ordered a couple more yards with my last just regular order, not my DT package, but my regular order, and I've been using it on pretty much everything. And this is just a vintage lace I have back here. So I used a couple of their little rosebuds. They're my favorite. I always start out using the larger roses and always add in the smaller ones because they are just so great for adding more depth and dimension and color to your layout. This is one of those daffodils that I just got in my DT package, and they're so fun to work with. They take color extremely well. I used just a distress ink on it, and it just came out really, really pretty. So here is the other flower cluster that I have at the bottom right corner of the photo, and I used one of the large gardenias, and I just used some spray to color it. And then I have some curly wild roses here, and both of those flowers took the spray extremely well. It's like I sprayed it and it started bleeding out through the rest of the flower, which, you know, I didn't use as much spray because it soaked it up and absorbed it well. But one of the things I love about these flowers is they totally keep their shape. You can spray and spray and spray and spray, and then they keep their shape. I did use a heat gun to dry it, and that helped it kind of curl back up immediately, but I have let them air dry before, and they keep their shape the same. So then over here I have, this was another curly wild rose. I've got one of these really beautiful cottage roses in that pink mist color. And, I'm sorry, was it pink mist or rose pink? Can't remember. I think it's the rose pink, actually, now that I'm saying that. So I'll put the product code below with the color. I always put the flower name, and I'll try to put the color as well. Well, I will put the color as well so that you can see that. I have another daffodil, and this one I just left the plain white color, or ivory. I have a Tuscany rose, and then a couple little rosebuds. And like here, I started with just these larger flowers, and then it just looks so good when you add the teeny tiny ones in there. So I can never get enough of those. I add them to everything. I like to curl the stems because it really shows that pop of green. So I have some of their leaves to bring that color out a little more. I did add these for just a pop of color, and I thought it just kind of brought all the reds and pinks together nicely. This is a trellis rose that was already in that color, so it perfectly matched the scheme. And then some more teeny rosebuds over here. Now these are, let me see if I can get in a little closer. Those are the new embellishments that I got that come in all different colors, and they're so pretty. I loved kind of tucking them into the flower clusters there. And then this, of course, is one of those handmade flowers that I showed in my DT package. Love working with those. So beautiful, looks so elegant, and just adds the perfect touch. So then here at the top, I have a larger, or not larger, but a smaller cluster. And then I have the handmade flower, again, being kind of like the center of attention. And I have a curly wild rose and another one of those cottage roses. And I've got a trellis rose that I went ahead and I used a couple different inks. I used a brown ink in the middle, and then I used like a reddish mahogany ink on the outside. And this I just dipped my paintbrush into it was a liquid ink, like a liquid ink mist. And then this was just a foam brush. And I have just some rosebuds. And then this, I love the white. It's so shimmery. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, so that is that. And then on the bottom, I have some of these laces. And I have it on the top as well here. And I layered the Guipure lace, the cotton lace I just got, and some of their flatback pearl trim. And the flatback pearl trim is very pliable, very easy to work with, glues down easily. And that is my layout. I really hope that you guys like it. If you have any questions about how I did anything, please let me know. Really, it's so simple to put together beautiful looking things when you have the beautiful items to use. And Wild Orchid Crafts just makes it so easy to create lasting memories and gifts for people with the beautiful products that they put out there. So thank you, Wild Orchid Crafts. Thank you, Siri. And thank you, Paul. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful Mother's Day. Bye.